Now, welcome your hosts, Raul, Lezcano, and Jorge Martinez. You're on the clock.
He's Tampa known. And if you don't know who Ramon is, and you're not from Tampa, you're lying about it. All right, this is our guy, Ramon McCullough, man. What's up, man?
What's going on?
I'm good, my guy. I'm good. How was your weekend, man?
It was long.
Yeah, pretty long. What? I know you went out there to Future Stars. How'd that go?
Not good.
Just plain and simple, not good at all, huh?
No.
Yeah, I heard.
What happened?
I heard a few bad rumors about things that were going on out there, man.
Yeah, well, they charge kids 6th to 8th grade $475 a piece.
Wow.
They charge kids 3rd through 5th $250 a piece. Now the kids who paid $250, the parents had to actually stay down there, send them with somebody from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You had to do your own housing, your own housing and your own food after you paid $250.
Wow.
So basically, if you paid $250 for this event and you in the 3rd through 5th grade, I mean, basically you're only paying for a uniform at that point.
Right. Yeah.
The kids didn't even get uniforms.
I saw the video. They had like orange pennies that you would practice with.
Yeah, some kids got uniforms, some kids didn't, some had on, some didn't. Some kids had on mixed uniforms between North and South. Some kids had on they full game uniform for their regular season. Some kids, well, most of all kids' parents had to pay for that food the whole time, even if they were being housed there in the 6th to 8th grade. The food was so bad, and it smelled like a building that had been closed for some years, and then they just tried to open it up for this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I saw you guys were playing games on a baseball field, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
they didn't even let us use the whole field. We was only playing on 80 yards, and then it was only maybe about 45 yards wide.
Wow.
So I don't want to totally shit on the whole event, right? But I mean, is it because they just
the whole event was shit?
It was
so
shit. It was.
accurate.
It was.
It would
But
be accurate.
I'm trying to help. I'm not help, but I'm trying to understand like what made them think and who put it on? Who was the ones that?
A guy named Fahim Ali.
I've never heard of him.
See, what happened was, it's not the Future Star game. It's the Elite Future Stars game. See, the Future Stars game was the game that everyone played in the past.
Right.
So the guy, Fahim, was partners with another guy and they both were over the Future Stars game. But they got into some kind of disagreement for whatever that is, I don't know. And Fahim decided to go off on his own and start his own game.
So he tried to piggyback off the name?
Right. And because Fahim was the Florida rep,
right,
he had all the big name Florida teams and coaches, behind him. So he was able to get all the top kids, well, most of the top kids that were even interested in going and playing, they chose to go to that one instead of the Future Stars.
Oh.
And it just, on game day, it was 3:00 on game day. They was tracking some of the uniforms. They was in Ohio.
So, but what made his guy think that he was gonna be able to put on a show like that after all the COVID, all the close downs? Like, what made him think he could still push this and have a really good turnout? You know what I mean?
See, everyone asks that question, right? Mm-hmm. See, I'm coming to the realization I don't think there's an answer,
right?
Because I think he knew what was going to happen. See,
yeah.
And let me give you the real of the situation. See, when you have these kind of things going on and things like this, those things are budgeted into your annual salary and your everyday living.
Right.
So if you consider, I don't know, if you make 30, 40, whatever $1,000 off this game every year, there's no way you're not going to do it this year. And you still got these same bills you got to pay.
You're right.
Guess what? I still got to find a way to get all this money and make these people think they're going to get whatever they're going to get. People do it all the time.
That's
and then
true.
hope you can spend the next 12 months rebuilding the brand so people forget about it, so you can get them to come back again next year.
I don't think anybody's gonna forget about this guy.
See, the thing is, I hate to say it, but it's so many kids out there I mean, all you have to do is basically promote it right and target the right areas, and you'll still have another, I don't know, 300 kids out there, 150 kids out there.
You know what? The one that I liked was the one that we
I
did
don't
back.
think it's a competition that they care about.
No, I don't think
It's
so
just the
either.
registration fee.
Right. I think, yeah, you make a good point. What I was gonna say was the one that I liked, because I've been a part of a lot of All-Star games and stuff. The one I really liked was Richie's. Richie's, to me, was a little bit better put on. Everybody got their stuff. You had, he had the locations locked out. But again, that's prior to this COVID crap happening. So
It's just the timing on that Richie one for me. That after the
yeah,
season,
everybody's tired.
so much going on and all of that, and then you know with us, we're playing all the way into December every year, just about.
Right, just about. You're right. But for a lot of teams, they're done in October, bro.
Right.
So that's probably why they're good. Yeah.
In a lot of leagues starting July.
Yeah.
A lot of teams up in the state of Florida actually start in July. Where TYFO is one of the in Florida leagues. Some of those leagues are the one that start after school starts.
Right.
But by the time school starts, some of these other leagues are already 4 or 5 weeks in to their season.
Well, I mean, there's probably Rudical leagues, but all the big time leagues with the big teams, they all pretty much start at the same time because they always finish around the same time. They always end up at nationals at the same time.
Yeah.
So most of the big time teams and leagues pretty much fall around the same ballpark because they want those teams to be able to represent their league at those events.
Yeah, and that's true, man. And trust me, you're not the only one that you know how we know. Macho's mom, she's close to Keisha, and she's close to everybody here, and they're all tight unit. I heard it from her as well. She was here earlier today talking about it and how pissed off she was, and she didn't like it either.
It was bad.
Yeah.
The parents had to buy water.
Wow.
How does the parents have to buy water?
I know. He knew it was coming, man. That's like you said, he knew it was coming.
Because think about it.
Yeah.
You had these kids paying $475 a piece and then $250 a piece. There's no way, even if that just say the building or whatever, the water was bad, whatever the case is, you had enough money and time to go buy how many cases of water you needed to. So all that stuff was in place. Right. So, I mean, everything that happened could have been avoided. Right. It wasn't like this stuff was unavoidable stuff. Everything that happened could have been rectified. But, like I said, he set the date for this game before COVID, right?
Right.
And not once did he change the date.
Right. You're right about that because I kept seeing that they're playing on time. They're going to be scheduled. Like, kept seeing it.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Everything in the world just about was closed. So as far as trying to get uniforms, trying to get even sponsors, no one is dishing out money around that time. Nobody. Everyone's trying to keep all the money they can get.
Right.
So it's like at that point when he's not trying to push it back, he's trying to not do anything to accommodate what America's going through at the time. I mean, that pretty much lets you know now when you think about it, it was just a money grab, man. He had to get his piece of the pie for the year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right, man. I mean, that's a good point. And then what's saying it's a lot of them like this though, Ramon. There's a lot of them like this, man. So how do we tell parents which one to go to, which one not to go to? Because you got to flip the dice every time.
My thing is, I feel like it's all money grabs, right?
Yeah.
So my only thing is, if you're gonna charge this and that, just make sure the kids get what you say they're gonna get, and then
call it good.
If a parent chooses to sign their child up and pay that money, that's their prerogative. They chose to do that. They make their money. Just if they're gonna charge whatever you're gonna charge, and you're gonna tell kids you're gonna get this, that, and the third, just give it to them. Whatever you make is what you make. That's really no one else's business.
Right.
But just do what you're gonna do.
I agree with that. I agree, and that's why I told you I like Richie's, man. Because at the very least, you're gonna get the uniform, your backpack. You win the game, you can get a ring. You have a good time. It's in Orlando's or close to it at least. So
when you pay, that's what you're paying for, going to look for those things.
Right.
Nothing more, nothing less. And when you get that, you fine with the weekend.
Exactly. And you're fine. And a lot of those parents come out for freaking Jersey and Texas. Thank God this was just a Florida-based game. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine if they had this game. Because it wasn't supposed to be Florida versus Texas or some shit?
That's the thing. It was supposed to be Florida versus Texas. But, whoever from Texas probably had a little more sense.
Right. Yeah. Like, there's no way they can get this done. There's no way they can do it. Right.
No way. And we didn't.
Yeah. That's smart, man. That's smart. So the kids, but which one? Alex was the one that participated, right? Was he okay?
Yeah.
Everything all right?
Yeah. You know how Alex is.
Yeah.
He don't say nothing. He
You
don't
know,
care.
he's the one kid who's like, well, the building's on fire. That's okay. We're okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you know why we had to come? We had to get you on here. All right. So I have to. It's not that I want to put this out there. It's not that I'm going to sit here and make you sound like you're crazy. I saw such conviction in your eyes of how much you believe this. I was like, look, I got to get him on here, and we got to talk about this because George, I don't know where George sits at it, but I was telling George, I was like, after talking to him, he almost had me. Like after speaking to him about round earth and flat earth, I was like, he almost made me believe like, well, you know what? There might be some shit going on. And I had to research and go back to data to make sure like, I can't.
So you went back and looked at more lies.
Oh boy.
I did, man. I did. I'm never gonna lie to you. I can't lie to you. I went back and was like, let me research. Where is he getting his information from? Where's he quoting this from?
No, common sense.
Well, I get that. I get that. So for the audience and for the listeners, right? Ramon is on the side of flat Earth. Okay. So since speaking to you, which a lot of people think they should all. I get you. But then there's other people, scientists, that believe that it's still around. So I went ahead and joined these Facebook groups. Ramon, I went in there I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in these flat earth and ask George. I joined him for about a week, 2 weeks now. I've been looking at post after post after post. There's about 25, maybe about a good 40 posts a day.
There's a group called Flat Earth Society.
Right. It's like 84,000 people. It's 84,000 people in this group, Ramon. And I'm telling you right now, they're arguing back and forth. There's even people that believe in round earth in this group arguing with the flat earth people. And it's freaking hilarious is what it is. But so you believe flat earth. Now, give me some of your reasons why you are. And I know you said common sense. So enlighten us.
What else you got?
What do you got? I need to know.
Well, I mean, it's common sense. That just, for starters.
Okay.
That just goes something simple, right?
Okay.
I'm sure all three of us been on planes, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, based on that Earth behind you, that on the left, the round Earth,
over here. Yeah.
Over there.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's just say we're right there in the United States.
Okay.
We want to go to South America.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
At what point are we gonna either be sideways, upside down?
Right.
I mean, if we're on a round Earth, and if you have a ball, and on this side of the ball is one thing, we're going to this side of the ball.
Right.
Right.
It's like, how are you going to get there without either going upside down, sideways, or going?
You don't have to. So again, back to your same analogy. You have a ball, right? So you're trying to get from here all the way around to here. You still are right.
No. I said from the front and go all around to the back.
So going
or
this
go
way.
around or go underneath.
So you've been on planes, Ramon, right?
And I've never been upside down ever.
You're not gonna feel it because of how big the Earth is. You're not gonna feel.
Out the window. I wouldn't know if I was upside down or not,
bro.
Sure.
If you're at how high altitude, if you're at a high enough altitude, you're gonna see the curvature of the Earth on the horizon.
But me as a human being, gonna know if I'm upside down too.
But you won't feel just like okay. So the Earth is spinning. And this is I know you don't believe it.
We're spinning.
We're spinning. And
Okay.
I'll tell you why. You're not going to feel that spin it's like a roller coaster. You ride the roller coaster. You're not going to feel that dizziness until the roller coaster stops. You're not going to feel it during it. If the Earth was to stop.
But you felt yourself moving the whole time.
Yeah, but this is massive. We're talking mass. You're not going to be able to feel that mass. Just like a cruise ship. If you're on a cruise ship at the very top of the cruise ship, you're not going to feel the waves at the bottom because of that mover.
Well, I have a simple question then.
Okay.
I have a simple question. Right?
Yes.
If the Earth is spinning, right?
Okay.
What is the point of having longitude and latitude?
What do you mean?
Longitude and latitude. If the Earth is spinning, what's the point of having that? Because coordinates are coordinates. Mm-hmm. They don't change. So if the Earth is spinning,
it's still the same
there's no way coordinates would be the same.
Why
The
wouldn't it?
cornerstone, the cornerstone change still the same spot.
No, they don't change. No, they don't. But if the Earth is spinning, how can they not?
I would have to look that up. But why would it change though? That longitude, latitude.
Because the Earth is spinning. Like if based on what you guys are saying,
No.
What I'm saying is if we're in Florida today, we should end up in China at some point or another by the
at
Earth
some
spinning.
point,
End up
at some point, we gotta go by
is
that.
what he's saying.
Wait. Say that again, George. Say it again.
What he's saying, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Ramon. I think I know exactly what you're trying to say.
You're correct.
You're correct. If we're in Florida today, right? Where Florida's latitude and longitude is XYZ. Right. As the Earth continues to spin, that location of where Florida is
Has to change.
to move. Because again, if that's where it is right now, as the Earth spins, right? Let's say we're China. Eventually, Florida eventually gets to the location of where China was X amount of years ago. Right.
But
And
that
then
makes
China rotates around. And it will replace. So longitude and latitude that technically would not exist because it's always a moving mark from how Ramon is explaining it. Did I explain that
And
correctly?
that was my first question. My first question was, why do we even have it if the Earth is spinning? That was my first question.
Because it's not those places are not going to move. It's just the way the gravity,
I know, because we're on a
and the
flat
mass
Earth and it
works.
doesn't move. So you gotta understand.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. Ramon. So you've asked two questions here. Let me ask you a question. So why is it that you can see the sunset at different times if the Earth is flat? So we can watch it right now in Tampa, where we're at 7:20. Right? You can go to Dallas and watch it an hour later. Go to California and watch it 4 hours later. But if the Earth was flat, it'd go down at the same time across the board for everybody.
Oh, well, you're gonna love this answer. Go ahead, Ramon.
First of all, who said the sun was outside of here?
So what is the light? What?
So that's for starters. The sun is in here with us. There's nothing floating around out there that y'all gonna see. Now, if it is something out there, we won't know about it. And it's somewhere over there by the ice wall where they won't let nobody get. So y'all gotta
Ice wall?
NASA. NASA has about NASA spends about $650 billion. $650 billion on BS. So you mean to tell me you're gonna tell us the truth and get rid of that? I would lie to y'all too for $650 billion. I would lie to the whole United States. I would lie to the whole this whole globe, this whole Earth
Globe?
for
Did you say globe?
$650 billion.
Yo,
Did you
you
just
said
say
globe.
globe?
You said
Did you
globe.
say
Or the
globe?
flat Earth. You said this whole globe I would lie
said
to.
I said Earth.
You said globe Earth.
Globe.
I'll bring that back
You
on the
said
audio.
globe.
When you listen to this on iHeartRadio.
Because of the norm. That's just because of the norm.
Okay, I got you.
I was really trying to get you to understand my point.
No, and
when
I
you
do.
put up that kind of money, you would lie to anybody.
You're right.
The moon isn't real either, then, right? The moon's not real.
Never.
So what is
Yeah. Did you see the footprint? Did you see Neil Armstrong's footprint?
I did.
Yeah. Did you see the bottom of his shoe? They wasn't the same.
But it's not going to be. I mean, it's not going to be picture perfect, but it's pretty close.
It's not even the same shoe.
But where'd you hear that from? Where'd you get that from? Who gave it? NASA gave that to you?
I went to Kennedy Space Center with RJ.
And you saw the shoe, and by your ocular proof, you were like, yeah, this is not the same as the footprint that's next to it.
No, just look at the moon and look at the one they show you at NASA. It's clear.
It's different.
Clear as day.
So
It's clear as day.
So
And then
tell me.
when you go to ask the question, they threaten to kick you out the park for asking a simple
No,
question with a smile on your face.
they kick you out of NASA if you ask them a question.
Listen, they was ready to kick me out of there.
Because you probably walked around parading.
Some people was
Yeah,
ready
you
to
probably
kick me out.
walked around telling them there's no latitude and longitude. And NASA's like, we
I
can't
just
have this
wanted
guy.
to tell the people the truth. Ain't nobody left here. They got people thinking somebody done left. I got a question, right?
But if it was a
I got
global,
a simple question.
go ahead.
Just one simple question, right? If everyone's going, if NASA's going to space and all of this, right? So why is it that every time NASA goes to space, they only show them up to a certain point in the sky? I mean, they have all these different cameras, all these satellite cameras. Why can't we watch them going from the ground at NASA all the way up into Earth and through the whatever y'all call the solar system or whatever that.
But from what angle? What angle you want to see it from? Because I don't think you would believe it
I
either
want
way.
to see it from outside the spacecraft.
You want to see it from
How?
outside?
You
Outside
can't.
the spacecraft.
Satellites? You can see it through satellites.
But he wouldn't believe
They
it.
have
Sound
everything. You can't tell me they can't.
We have another special guest about to enter the show.
Who is this? Is this cum laude?
We got Mr. Peterson. We got
Oh,
Mr.
bring
Peterson.
him on, Don. Like, this
got
is
a
gonna be
real
great.
one.
He joined in with. Let me bring him
we're
in and
joining
let me
him in
introduce everybody to him. Now there's
we'll
two
bring him
verse.
in.
Now it's 2 verse 2.
Hey, his audio's connecting here.
Oh, my
We
goodness.
got another one on.
When he puts
Peterson, you
on
gotta
his.
take yourself off of mute.
Yeah, man, please.
There he is.
And where's this video? I want to see his face when he says this to me. This is gonna be great. There he goes. There goes my guy.
Take the mute off. Take the mute off.
Yes. Yes.
There
What's
he
going
is.
on, cum laude? How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
So just so you know, we're recording. We're getting this all down. I'm gonna catch you up real quick where we're at right now. Ramon is talking about the space shuttle when it leaves Earth going into the atmosphere. He wants to know is how come we don't have, or why isn't there not a camera showing us leaving here from Earth, going all the way up there? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say why it's not a camera?
Why is there not a camera going from the space shuttle all the way through?
The space shuttle going through the atmosphere into space.
Do you have headsets, bro? You have headsets?
ground up.
I can hear all your music in the background.
They charge. You hear the baby music?
Yeah, I hear all that. You're good. I just want to make sure we get your point on the audio. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Let me find. I'm gonna mute you right quick. I'm gonna find my cord.
No worries. Do you think? Do you think?
And see, and another thing.
Go ahead. I gotta hear
with,
this.
with the whole
We
round
can't
Earth,
see you.
flat Earth
It's
theory.
okay. It's okay. I want to hear him. This is good. Go ahead.
You know, this is what I'm.
Yeah, your video.
First of all, there is the end of the Earth.
Where is it?
The ice
He's
wall.
shaking. Peterson was shaking his
Yeah,
head like,
you
"Oh,
got
yeah, there
to.
is."
You're bouncing around. We got to start from the bottom and then work our way up, and then we're gonna go into your into the ice wall.
I just got so many different points of how I can't see how people can't see this. So it just, but you're right. I am all over the place. It just,
You're good.
I know that it's common sense. It's
hear you.
common sense that we're not on a round Earth. Now,
But what's the
You know, it's
common
common
part
sense.
though? All you okay? So for the camera part, all I can say is I don't think they have a camera that can handle the velocity that aircraft is going, that spacecraft is going. I don't think they can handle the velocity of it because too much rattling around shaking will disturb that signal going back down to the Earth. Does that make sense? That's why there's a blackout when they head out. Does that make sense?
no.
No. Okay, so what is it?
No, the thing is, they're going nowhere. They're up there. You know,
So where are they going? When they go up to, where are they going?
the rocket.
Yes.
The rocket. When they split, the rocket blows up over the ocean.
Okay.
People that are inside the
actual
rocket?
space
No,
shuttle-
he's talking about the thrusters. You know how the thrusters
yeah,
detach, right?
Okay.
The actual space shuttle lands in Australia.
But
In
why?
Australia.
But why?
Yeah.
So let me get this. Let me put this out there. If this is true, what's the purpose and the goal of that globally or flat earthy, whatever you want to call it, that the whole world is basically onto saying that we have to keep this lie going? What would be the purpose of that? Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Would it be money? Would it be
$650 billion is the reason.
But that's peanuts to the government.
that's billion? We're talking about we're in trillions of debt.
No. So you gotta understand, the government works the same way as a small business owner or entrepreneur. Let's take Donald Trump for instance. He's a billionaire. He has a bunch of businesses that makes up those billions of dollars. The same way the government. They have unlimited money. So they have all kind of BS in place set up to accumulate all that different money. Just that one stream of revenue is worth 650 billion. That's not even including all the other BS they have going on.
But 650 billion goes to the rockets, goes to the spacecraft. You're talking about after all that's done, they clear
All that's
650 billion.
government money. All that's government money.
Right, but that clear 650 billion.
It's
There?
all going back to itself. All it is a pyramid scheme.
But bro, I'm just okay. So I think that's what happens with the camera. okay, for the space shuttle, when it goes into the atmosphere, which remember you told me, this is the great, remember he told me that it doesn't go
There's a
anywhere.
wall up there.
There's
so
a
they
wall.
would crash anyway.
It's a dome. He told me there's a dome.
It's a clear wall up there.
But who made the dome, bro?
You got to ask the people before we got here.
But what I'm saying is, like, again, so if you told me that, because I remember us talking about, if you told me that the government was trying to stop people from going to outer space because there's things in outer space that we cannot engage, or that maybe that's the rules, or if you told me
whatever is out there, I mean, I don't know. And the only way that we can get there is through Antarctica. And that's why it's so heavily guarded by the United States. They will actually kill you for absolutely nothing if you get close enough. Within so many miles, they will kill you. So, and Raul,
yes.
Am I right or wrong about that statement?
So
will they, if you get close enough,
you
and
trying to
they
bring my
warn
military
you,
into
and
this?
you keep coming, will they not shoot you?
So it is heavily guarded, yes. It is
and they
heavily
will
guarded.
shoot you if you don't stop.
But I don't think it's because of, well, how can I say it? I know it's not because of the flat Earth. I know it's not because of the Earth. You fall off the Earth.
Well, you understand,
you've been
a part of the armed services.
Yeah.
They have to give you something to believe in too to make you
brainwash you.
Right.
They got you believing. They got you thinking you know something that we don't know too.
That's true. True.
But in all actuality, they lying to both of us.
Yep, to keep us guessing, right?
Keep us guessing.
Right, that's true, and I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think we can all agree with the current president we have. He would have slipped up and said something.
You think so?
Because that man can't hold his secret to save his life.
Maybe he already said it by doing that Space Force. Maybe he already did it.
If they impeach him, he probably will.
Listen, Donald Trump is the GOAT, man. When it comes to being to presidents, he is the GOAT.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you what. Hold on.
Yes.
I didn't say I support him.
We went from flat Earth to round Earth to Trump is the GOAT. This is the greatest show ever.
Let's be realistic here, and that's discuss what a president is supposed to do, and for the people who supports him. If we're going to talk about what president we've had in the United States that did what they said that they were going to do for their people and the people that support him, and does whatever he wants to do, no matter who has what to say about it, if we be honest with ourselves, he's the best president our country had. I didn't say he's for me, but for the people who he's for, he's did for them what he said he would.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Okay.
And no other president had the balls to do the stuff that he does. And he doesn't care who he's offends, long as his people accept it, he don't give a shit who he's offending.
I still think he drops dime on the flat Earth thing. I think he tells everybody. I think he's just like, hey, look, guys.
I mean, why would he? He's making money off that.
But who? It's peanuts. It's peanuts compared to what he makes on a daily basis from his Trump towers and everything else. It's peanuts.
$650 billion. He's not worth $650 billion. That is not peanuts.
But that has to get distributed somehow. One person's not making that.
Right, but just to get his share, it's enough to make it keep adding up.
Yeah, but you got to figure, you got to be cutting shares to other presidents for X amount of years to keep everybody quiet.
Yeah, but when we're talking about
at what point does that money run out?
At $650 billion, we haven't even had 650 presidents. I don't think it is.
But you're making the assumption that each president is getting $1 billion, right? And we need 650 of them to get there.
I mean, I can't say what they're getting. I just know they come in broke, leave rich.
Well, they get paid $400,000.
Then they got the inside scoops on everything.
$400,000 a year, that's peanuts.
Well, they also make networking with people around the world. You know what I mean? They're
$400,000 a year is peanuts compared to when they come out and it's worth all these millions of dollars.
Well, let me ask you this, Cum Laude. Let me ask you this: What is your take on the flat Earth? Let me get, because you just came in. I want to know, because he gave us some great points, and I was telling George earlier. I was like, man, after talking to Ramon for about 20, 30 minutes, man, he almost had me, man. he almost had me. You know, like shit. Even on the Facebook post that we had, I was like, yo, they're making really good points. And I'm going back researching, like, wait a minute, there's no way. But there's always something to counter, because there's no way, really, no way of knowing, right? Do you think?
Yeah, but if we land in South America on a plane, wouldn't we have to land upside down?
No. It's too big. It's too massive. If I left California and I left to go to New York, and I went from New York to Europe, and I'm just heading east, on the theory that it's flat Earth, I would literally have to come back the other way. I'd have to turn around at some point to come back.
No, you don't.
Okay, well,
No,
explain it to me.
No,
Explain
you
it to me.
don't. It's this way. You would be going around in a circle, bro.
No, you don't.
So it's
Well, that's a good
circular
question.
flat, but it's not circular global.
So you be here.
Yes.
You be going here.
You still traveling in a
So
circle.
four
Like
lefts,
that.
four
Traveling in a
lefts.
circle.
Four
Yeah.
lefts.
Just like what he just said.
Two questions. Two
Go ahead.
questions.
Go ahead.
So A, what's underneath the Earth if it's flat?
What's underneath it if it's round?
There's nothing underneath it if it's round.
But I'm saying it's the same. Whatever's under, if it's flat, is the same thing that's gonna be under it if it's round. It's
Talking
gonna
about
be the
like
same
lava,
thing.
the core, and all that, right? That's what you're talking about.
Because volcanoes do exist, so yeah, it's something
Right.
under there.
Because listen,
That's true.
listen, hold on. Like he said, whatever is under there, if it's round, it's the same thing under there when it's flat. And let me tell you why. Because if the earth is a ball, inside that ball is the core of the earth. So whatever's inside the core of the earth, the same thing is under the earth on the flat earth.
Right.
Right, but I mean,
But so
go ahead.
this the crazy part, right? So we on the ball.
Right.
Water stand in place. But
Yes, it
everything
does.
else isn't. So if the water can stay here, and the water don't drip off, don't slide or nothing. Explain the volcanoes, the magma coming out and going into the air.
It's an explosion.
help me with that.
It's a force. It's a force. Just like for example, just like if you shake a Coke can
Okay.
and then you open the top,
Okay.
what happens? It explodes through because of the pressure.
Right.
It's the same thing.
But it keep
But
going,
if
right?
we spin it, how the hell they
Keep
gonna
coming
go?
out.
Because the pull of gravity,
but-
keeps it that way.
Why doesn't the pull of gravity keep everything in the volcano? Or why doesn't it go out the volcano and seep down and come out the other side?
But
on the
it
ball?
might not go seep the other side. But when it
Why
spits
doesn't
out the
it seep- why
volcano,
doesn't it seep
where does
to the other
that?
side?
What do you mean though? What do you mean?
It's a ball, right? So
Right.
if the volcano is going up this way when it comes back down, why doesn't it seep back through? Why does the magma seep through? If we in America and we have volcano going up,
Yeah.
all that magma, why don't it go down? Why?
Why doesn't it go down to further? Because maybe, I mean, there's thousands of
Why don't they go
explanations.
to South America then?
Because it probably okay. So if it goes up, explodes. There's a core. There's lava pits. It doesn't go through the earth because at some point
So-
it cools it, so it hardens
Same
and you
thing
can't go
with the
through.
space shuttle. Why does it have to go up? If the Earth is round, why does it have to go up? If we're a ball inside the solar system, it should be able to get to the solar system
But
from
it's
anywhere
not.
it goes.
It's going up from our point of view. But if you ever look at it, it starts veering sideways to go
Oh,
up
this is with Australia.
because it's veering that way to break the sound barrier, and also that's how. I mean, you're getting close to the outer atmosphere, and that's how it spins out. You know what I'm saying?
So you think we've been to space?
I do.
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Why haven't we been back since
What do you
the
mean?
60s?
Since
Why haven't we
we've
been back?
we've been going. Wait, we were going there. We were going
to
there
the
for a
moon.
while, but it
So-
cost too much. It cost too much to send the people there.
But we can go send people up in outer space and just let them sit up there.
Yeah, because it costs too much to.
On the space station, but we can't go to the moon.
We can go to the
It's
moon.
a lot longer to travel
We
there.
can go to the moon, but
We
when
ain't
the
been since
space
the
station's
60s.
outside of our, like 22,000 miles or something like that, right outside of Earth. Which I'm assuming in space terms that's pretty close. It's like, it's here off of 56th and Hillsborough. You know what I mean? Like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's in those terms. I don't know. You know what I mean?
So we can afford to have people stay up at the space station, but we can't go to the moon again.
Well, that's where it goes back to where I was saying was, I do believe. I know you're gonna this sounds crazy, but I believe there's aliens. I believe there's extraterrestrials.
So
I believe that.
So
So I believe they're up there just monitoring and letting us know. Oh shit!
Is there a galaxy? Do we believe in galaxies?
I don't know what I believe, but I know what I don't believe.
I know how I don't believe that they can tell us when this stuff coming every year. In so many years, they're going to get another one. That's BS. If it's natural, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, but
No, that you could do
believe
that
that?
with a hurricane.
You
Oh,
believe
that's not start that. That's definitely not natural.
You believe in aliens?
I believe
Yes.
that there's something there. I believe there's
You
something.
believe something else there? All
Has
right.
to be.
So earlier you asked, well, why would the government cover that lie?
Right?
They don't come out and tell us that there's aliens out there.
No, because there'll be another type of pandemic out here.
That's what I'm saying. So
Right.
that's your answer because they don't want to start something. They
Right.
know Area 51 is real.
Yeah,
Like, come on, bro. They know it's real.
but that's what I'm saying. If it's
But it's hidden. But
Yeah.
they can't come out and say, "Oh yeah."
But why?
Area 51 is real. Why can't they tell us?
But and I get
Why
that.
why hide it? Why hide it from us?
Why does it like a bunch of grass?
I think
and
it's
built
because
underground?
well, I know why. I'll tell you why. So
And it's not because they build nuclear bombs there. It's not that.
well, I mean, it's so.
No.
How can I say this? How can I say so? I hear what you're saying. I would believe that though, cum laude. I'd believe that they would cover up the aliens part more than they would cover up the flat Earth part. You know what I'm saying? I would believe that more because okay, we
There'd
sent
be
people
no
to space
motive.
station. Maybe we went to the moon and one of them's like, hey, don't come back over here. Maybe it's a turf war. I don't know. Maybe like this moon is my moon and you can't be on this side over here. I have no
Galaxy
idea.
war. It's a galaxy war.
Or maybe what's on the other side of the wall is more stuff that they hide.
Exactly.
On the ice wall?
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so on the ice wall theory, if I had a theory, because I was like I told you, I joined these groups, I started researching, and I started looking. Now, I would say on that wall, if there were aliens, right? If the aliens were supposed to come, that place would pull them more than anywhere on the earth. And if they got to where Antarctica was, it ruins the magnetic. Your instruments, I heard Ramones. It would ruin your instruments on your plane, and you wouldn't know what was up
Why
or
no
down.
one lives in Australia? I mean, in Antarctica.
What-
Why no one lives there?
Because who the hell
All
wants to
people
live?
work there.
Nobody wants to live in Minnesota. But Jesus Christ, we're gonna go to Antarctica. It is like
People live
below
in Alaska.
freezing constantly,
Russia ain't too far. Russia got bad weather too. A lot of
People live in Alaska.
and people don't want to stay in Russia either. People,
People live in Iceland.
Iceland is not made of ice. Iceland is that's Greenland.
So let me get this straight, right? We got first off, it's not guarded by the U.S. It's guarded by the United Nations.
United Nations.
So,
Yeah.
so we go to war with these people for all these different reasons, right?
Right.
That's the one thing that everyone gets along about.
And
Just-
that's what I agree.
everybody's
I
in
agree.
agreement.
That's why I said for 30 minutes I was talking to Ramon. I agree.
We're going to war with you guys. We're going to try to blow up your country with nuclear bombs, but
But we
nobody
keep it
go.
secret.
Don't
Right.
anyone go touch the Arctic wall. Come on, bro. Like,
I agree.
come on.
I truly agree with
part
that
right there.
because I
And
said the
then
same thing.
So who's it controlled by?
The United Nations. So
But you
all the nations are in agreement. Nobody goes up there. And number two, the logo for the United Nations is a picture of flat Earth.
It's
come on,
showing you,
bro.
but yeah, that's hard.
Nah,
it's showing you all the continents.
Pull up
It's
the
showing
logo.
all the continents.
Pull up the logo.
I seen the logo. It
Pull
comes
up
up
the
with the
logo.
whole. Let me get over here.
Pull up the logo.
Yeah, let me do this.
It's definitely a flat Earth.
It's a flat Earth model. Like, come on, man.
Please pull it up.
As you
Y'all
pull
ain't-
up the logo.
Y'all
So
ain't got better graphic designers to go
Hey,
come up
Pete.
with.
George,
with
throw
some
me,
UN.
George, throw me the ball
Hey,
real
P,
quick so
you
I can
just
do
put a
this.
I got
wrinkle
you.
in their brain, P.
Huh?
Just put a wrinkle in their brain.
Man, listen.
No, the United Nations. It's just it's. You so you think it's a
My
hidden
thing-
symbol?
Created.
Look, my thing was, I'm not saying that the Earth is flat. I'm saying it's a better chance that it's flat than round, because I just can't see a ball holding down
What
water.
I'm saying is
So
it's
you're talking about this is the logo right here. This is what you're
Look
talking
at the
about.
logo. That's flat Earth, bro. Like,
This is it right here.
that's the whole world right there.
Wait a minute, let me go back. So that's but
you do?
I
Click
think
on
it's
images.
but I don't think it's because of the fact that it's promoting flat Earth. I just think somebody thought this would be a good logo to show the all the continents on one
In
picture.
one shot, because you
Because
can't.
of the globe.
Because
you
what am I
can't put it
supposed
on a
to?
globe.
How do I
You
turn the
could've put-
logo?
On a
you
globe.
go
If
to
you do a
flat
globe,
map.
you're gonna
Pull
piss
up.
somebody off
Go
because
to
someone's
flat
gonna
map.
get out the picture.
Flat
Why
map.
not use a globe?
Type in a map. Put in a map. It has all the continents on the map. Go to a map image. It has everything open.
Right, because we're looking at a flat screen.
So you could have made that the logo. You could have
But
made
it's a
that
flat.
right there the logo.
We're looking at a flat
Hey,
screen.
keep going, Raul. Keep going. Keep making this
what?
line.
Well, it won't let me go. It won't let me go anymore. I'm all the way maxed out. Let me try.
You know, right there, it's a flat Earth.
I think they're just trying to show all the continents on one screen, guys. I don't think it's.
You could do that with a map. Go to
The way that we
flat
get on
globe map
airplanes
or
and
something like
fly,
that.
this is the only way we get on an airplane and fly like we do if the Earth was flat. There's no way we could fly like we do unless we
Globe
was on some kind of jet.
Boom.
And
There you go.
going
Right
upside
there.
down and all that crazy foolishness. Like This is the only possible way that we can fly like we do.
That could have been the logo right there, the third one, the $203 one. That could have been the logo. Boom. It's all the continents.
But it's still flat. It's still flat.
Flat screen.
It's still
With
flat.
the flat.
You
it's
can't
a
make
flat
that
wall.
The United Nations logo is exactly what you're looking at. It's completely flat. They're just showing all of it. They're showing unity. They're not showing.
Yeah, because they're trying to tell you something, but y'all won't look at it.
Exactly. Like, come on, bro.
I don't know about that. That was a stretch. You had me at.
How was that a stretch?
You had me at. That was a stretch.
So
That's a stretch.
there's no other way to make a logo.
There is.
on, man.
I believe there is
How
to make a
about the
logo.
globe? How about the globe?
What about the
What
globe?
about the globe?
Why not use the globe? Why use a flat Earth?
Because if you use the globe, whatever is on the other side of the globe, on the back side of the picture, is not in the picture.
We'll
Right.
just put you in and make a nice logo out of
There
it.
you go. You in? There you go.
You had to put a flat Earth map.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one to me, I get what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like it's a hidden symbol within the
even
third eye
with
of the dollar bill.
Even with the lines in it and everything.
They always tell us something.
You could have
And
scratched
guess what those lines are? Those lines in it are the longitudes and latitudes that we have. And see, if it was around Earth, there would be no reason for them. If we were spinning like you say,
But if I
because
stick,
there's
if
no
I
way
stick,
that a longitude and latitude stays
but wait,
the same.
if I
you're
stick,
spinning,
if I stick a stick in the ground, right? All right, 2 sticks. Let's do 2 sticks. If I stick 2 sticks in the ground, it should show me the same direction all the time. Is that correct? Like a sundial. The shadow should cast every time, right? It shouldn't be different.
Why? It should be different.
Why should it be different?
Why should,
If
it's
a
flat.
Earth, it
It's
doesn't
a
move.
flat Earth. Why should it be
It
different? though?
doesn't move.
That don't mean what's up there ain't moving.
exactly.
What?
So okay, boom,
No,
man.
on
Here's the
Ramon's
stick.
theory, there is no
If the
sun
light is
moving.
going around, if the light is going around me,
Uh-huh.
the shadow's going to change. Right?
So the sun is
No.
orbiting the flat Earth, but the flat Earth isn't orbiting.
Right.
Correct.
I don't. That's hard to say because
I mean,
earlier
They
Ramon
both
said
not
there
just-
is no sun
they
up there.
both- Who said it was the sun? I said whatever it is up there, it's going around. No, is it? No.
I man, that's hard. I don't know, man. I don't know because you can see the curvature. Like
So
if you put the
tell
2
me-
sticks in the ground, you should see one should be longer and one should be shorter.
So tell me, when we see them both at the same time, when we see the sun and the moon at the same time, what do the other people see in China? What do they see? Nothing.
No, I'm sure they see something. They probably see the back part of it.
How they gonna see it? How they gonna see it if we look up in the air and both of them up?
Well, no.
How they
So,
gonna
hold on.
see it?
You talking about
Answer
the
that question.
eclipse?
No.
No.
I
Plenty
understand what he's
mornings
asking.
you go outside and you see the sun and the moon still in the sky. Plenty
Yeah,
times.
Yes.
Right. And
So-
no one. So for example, just like right now in Tampa, right now it's 8:24 on a Sunday. It's already tomorrow somewhere else, and somewhere else they're about to see as our sun is going down. As sunset's happening for us, sunset or sunrise is occurring for another country.
You're
The sun
right.
is now rising from the ground somewhere else. But in a
Right.
flat Earth, that's not possible.
Why isn't it?
So
I'm way okay. Look,
So again, take your
let's
flat
say-
Earth.
No.
So here's your moon, or here's your sun going down.
Who said anything about setting and rising? Nobody said that.
So that
look,
doesn't-
Where
that's
are
hard.
you right now? Where are you right now?
I'm in Lena Lakes.
You're in Lando Lakes.
Yep.
I'm in Ruskin, right?
Okay.
If I turn a light on in Ruskin right now, you might see a little bit of it. I'm gonna see a lot of it, right? If it's high enough for us to see.
Right.
You're not gonna get a lot of that light. I'm gonna get a lot of that light,
Right.
right? Once it makes it over there to you, then I ain't gonna get a lot of it, right? Then you gonna get a lot of it.
Right.
Nobody said nothing about setting and rising because if it's
Oh,
setting,
he has a good point, guys.
I don't.
if it's setting and rising, nobody gonna see it because ain't nobody under us.
If it's setting and
Nobody
rising,
under
we're all going to see it and
I
not see
say
it at
that
different times.
It's not setting and rising. I said
No, they got us thinking it's setting and rising based on this.
it's doing this above
I
us.
see what you're
Sitting
saying.
around.
I
It's
see what
not
you're
coming from.
That's
it's not
actually a good point.
around us.
So,
It's,
all right,
hold on,
okay.
hold on.
Kulati, I knew. Once I knew that
Okay.
you were coming on here, I knew that'd be a good point. I knew that was. I knew you'd be a good
I'm
point.
gonna add on to that though.
Okay.
So it's going around us like this here, right? Sun, moon.
Right.
Everyone says the sun is this big ball of fire and it's millions and millions of miles away, yada yada yada.
Right.
But when you look in the air, sometimes the sun and the moon are almost the same size, right? One's closer,
Right.
one's further. Okay, cool, I get that. But sometimes when the sun is gone, I read this and I was blown by it. So when the sun is not up and the moon is up, at times the temperature drops. So now the word is that the moon gets the light from where? The sun, right? It's a reflection of the sun's light, right? So why would the temperature change? That means the moon is giving off its own light. That's what that means. So if the moon is giving off its own light, that means it's its own source, not from the sun.
So why isn't it the same temperature everywhere?
It's not. That's what I'm telling you. If it gets cooler at night, that means that the sun is not reflecting the light to the moon and to us.
Right.
That means the moon is giving off its own energy.
Right.
That's what that means. And it's not just a rock up there in the sky.
Huh.
Because if that's the case, the temperature wouldn't drop much at night. Because the sun
So
because if that big ball of fire is far away, and it's still gonna keep the same amount of sun in certain areas, even us going around or spinning around or whatever, it's still gonna keep a certain heat on it. It's not gonna get cooler. It can't get cooler.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we can cool off, okay, cool, but the temperature is just not gonna drop.
So why is it right now? It's probably what 90 degrees outside here.
No way it's 90
No,
degrees.
80
It's great out here right now.
It's 8:30. It's probably less. It's
Let's say
probably
85,
70s,
85, 80,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Whatever it is. Why is it minus 20 in Alaska or minus 40 in
Because
Alaska?
they closer to the ice. They closer to the ice wall.
But at the flat Earth, we're all getting the same amount of heat. Because back to your theory, as the sun, as whatever spins around, right?
Right.
So taking your flat Earth, as it spins around, it's not going up nor down. It's spinning around.
Okay.
So everybody at some point or other would get the same amount of heat,
right.
at different points of time.
Correct.
So.
But everything isn't a theory,
When
though.
it gets to Antarctica, why doesn't it become 100 degrees in Antarctica?
Because the sun, look, okay.
Because it doesn't want to melt the ice wall, for one.
But the light doesn't control that.
The equator is real, bro. Okay, so here's our Earth.
Right.
Ice on the outside.
Right.
Ice directly in the middle.
Right.
Right. The equator is in between the middle ice and the outside ice. So
Right.
that line, like a record player, wherever the needle is,
Right.
that's the sun and the moon spinning around. Those areas stay warm. The pole in the middle stays cool. The pole on the outside stays cool.
So
Same with the water around.
So why 100 years from now, or 100 years ago, temperatures have gone up? If it's on the same line, temperatures will be the same for eternity since.
They got a better sun now.
What? 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 What do you mean? Like they upgraded to a Cadillac? What are you talking about?
Global warming is still real.
But how would it be real?
It can't be global warming. It has to be flat warming.
We killing.
Right, it has to be flat
It has
warming.
to be flat warming. It's not global warming.
We killing the ozone, so it's getting thinner.
Right.
So the sun is right there. It ain't we ain't got less clouds,
Right.
less all that other jazz. We killing the damn world any damn way.
So I got a question.
Sure.
If we all in space, right?
Uh-huh.
And you got Jupiter, you got Saturn, you got all these other places, and
Yeah.
we're all just spinning and just out here doing our own damn thing, and the sun out there too. Why in the hell? And we just spinning, everything is just natural. Why we don't never just spin away from the sun for a long time?
What do you mean?
Like, why is it we just spinning around the sun so called, and we're just on this rotation where we just keep spinning around the sun? Like, what is keeping us just spinning around this sun if we're
The
just
galaxy beam.
The
Galaxy
gravity.
has so back to Peterson's comment earlier about the disk and your line within a disk, right? It's the same way. So the sun is in the middle of your disk, and each planet has its own line on a record player, and we all have our own line around the sun. And as a record player, as that record gets old, those lines start to get closer and closer to the sun because it becomes a bad disk.
So who put those lines there? Who connected all these?
that's a $1 million question.
So who connected all these planets to the sun?
It's a galaxy.
that
I
answer for
mean,
you.
now you're talking about religion. Are you talking about religious? Are we getting religious? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
That's another one. That's another one. Then we'll come back for that one.
But here go another thing, right?
Okay.
My whole thing is, I started looking into it once I realized, okay, how we on the ball of water,
Uh-huh.
and most of the world is water, right?
Yes.
Right.
Can we all agree? What is it? 70 some percent?
70, yeah, 70 some
The rest is
percent.
covered by Deion Sanders somewhere.
There it is. So if I got a ditch, I pour water in it. Water finds the level, right?
Right.
A flat level, right? Not a curved level.
Okay.
Like, so if we just pour the water onto the earth and it finds a flat level, how is the horizon flat? Horizon already equals flat line.
No, it's
Period.
not. That's not how.
Yeah. But no, water finds its level. That's why we use levels have water in them.
The little
right?
ball.
It's
Yeah,
flat.
yeah.
Right. So if the world's a big ball of water, how does the water find its level? How would it find level on a round surface?
But it doesn't. It's so that you're talking about like a ship on the horizon. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
No,
I'm
we're
talking
talking
about
about water.
I'm talking about period. If you go to the ocean,
Period.
it's a flat line, point blank period. So if
It's
it's
a flat line because that's the way our eyes see it.
that's science, bro. Like
You almost gave up. Don't.
So look.
Kumladi's mad at us.
Look,
So
basically-
why is it the higher you go, the more water you can see then?
What do you mean?
So think about it. You're
When
sitting
you
on the
see that
sand.
water, it's still flat though, right?
Hold on a second.
But it's going to be flat.
When you're
It's
on
going.
the beach.
God, I
when
wish I
you're
had.
on the
I wish I had
and you
props.
look out, right? You can only see out to a certain point.
If you had a
And then you go
telescope,
higher,
can see,
you go
if you had
higher
a
to the-
telescope, you can see further. But go ahead.
Well, no, of course, because now you're
that
you got a
means-
little assistance.
That means it's flat. But keep going. If not, you'll see right over. You'll see nothing.
But bro,
As you
wait.
get higher, it
So
will
look-
still be dropping down.
So I have
It
my
will still be
J
dropping
Boys
down.
cup here. Look
Use
at
the
this,
cup.
Kumladi. Kumladi, can you see the cup?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, so this is circular.
Hold on. Let me get back to my point.
Oh,
First.
go ahead.
So basically, what y'all saying is, and we go to the beach, we see that flat line, right? So basically, you tell me it's just a bunch of flat lines all the way around the world. So basically, you saying it's an octagon. That's what I feel like y'all saying.
No.
The equator. Back to your point. The equator is real, right?
Okay.
The equator, along with how the Earth spins, okay,
On a tilt.
creates on a tilt. Okay, it's on a tilt. It's on a tilt.
Okay.
It creates pressure that keeps the water. Again, the water's a big body of. It's a big body of water. It's a lot of water. It weighs it down. It sticks it to the Earth
See?
because of the
See?
equator and because of how it spins. Now, here's a question for you. Here's a question then. How do we get waves? If it's a flat line,
Ooh.
how do you get waves?
Ooh.
How do you get waves?
Ain't no ooh, look. Okay. If you go in your bathtub right now,
Yeah.
it's flat, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
If I do anything in that water, what's gonna happen?
No.
It's gonna ripple, right?
You mean
Yeah.
who's rippling a freaking
So who's
60-foot
who's rippling
tsunami?
Who's rippling the ocean?
What do you mean? Anything. That makes it even worse. So if,
That's the harp. That's the harp system, guys.
Oh, I forgot you mentioned that. Yep. That's another thing. That's another thing. But look,
what's the
Kumladi,
hard
I want to
system?
show you something. Kumladi, here's your horizon. I don't know if you can see it. Here's the horizon. This is what you see when we're standing there. This is what we see.
no,
We see it going down, but actually, it's like an ant on an orange. This is what happens.
I don't want to hear that. No, that's not what happened. If I'm standing behind an ant going down the orange, I see this, and then the ant disappears. I
So
don't see
okay.
this.
So
You
how does the
will,
water
but you
in a
can't
flat
see
Earth-
that. You can't see that because it's miles. Because if I have an orange, that's what I was saying. If you see the cup,
Oh.
right? If you have
So-
this, you can see that. You can see it, but it's so massive, the Earth, you won't be able to
No, I
see
don't-
the
I
curvature.
don't want to hear that. It's so
How
massive
how
stuff,
does
bro.
water not go over the edge
What do you mean?
in a flat Earth?
It's the ice
In a
wall.
flat Earth?
We already talked about that.
But it's on both
There's an
sides.
ice wall
You
on
need-
both ends.
Yes.
wait.
And what about the other sides? So there's four.
I don't know what's out there. You
Well,
gotta
remember
ask
he
Raul
said.
what's out
Remember
there.
earlier, George. He said it was circular, flat. So how
water
does
still
it?
gotta drip out the
It's
sides?
gotta be. Well, it's like the Truman
What do you
Show.
mean?
You ever seen the Truman Show? It's almost like
Yeah,
the
I've seen
Truman.
it.
The Truman Show with
How
the
does the
wall.
water not come off of a flat Earth?
How does it not come off around her?
Gravity.
Y'all keep
Water
saying
can't
gravity,
leave
but
her.
how is it?
I have an answer for why the water doesn't fall off. That's the point
Okay.
of the ice wall, guys.
But-
Yeah, but the ice wall is
It's not
around,
all
is
around
on
the Earth.
outside. So you're saying that the ice
it's
wall
on the
is
outside,
circularly around the flat Earth?
Correct.
like a petri
flat.
dish.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh.
So
Think about it. Think about it. country or anything that's closest to the ice wall around this world is cold. Everything closer to the center gets hotter.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're closest to the equator line.
Right. So where are you going with that?
I'm going that the Earth is flat.
So look, let me.
Go ahead.
This is my thing, right?
All right.
This is what I believe, like for real.
Uh-huh.
So let's say, when we was kids, you do a science experiment, you put something like in a petri dish, and then it grows mold, and then
Yeah.
weeks later, you got a whole little shindig going on.
Right.
I believe that's what we doing. That's what we are. We something in a damn petri dish, and we just growing. We getting smarter, and we building shit. Pretty much multiplying, building shit. And to us, it all looked like, oh, this shit is all together. But further away we go, we like some fucking mold in a petri dish.
So at what point did the United Nations come together?
Right.
Again, we evolved from nothing, from mold, right? Back to your theory. At what point did the United Nations create this theory of, hey, let's create this border, make sure no one gets out, make sure no one gets to the protected area, and yet, no matter how much we piss each other off, we can never snitch on each other. That can never happen.
That's why I feel like it's something. It got to be something for the United Nations to be in agreement on one thing, but nothing else. Like
we can bomb each other.
Something's got to be really bad for us to all agree. Well, that means we all have a common enemy. That means we all are like, yes, we can't.
Because if the people find out that we've been lied to for all these years,
what happens?
The United Nations is gonna have a big problem.
Why? What happens? Nobody's gonna riot. Nobody's gonna go to the United Nations and bust down the doors and say, "I can't believe you lied to us."
You're not gonna go bust down the doors of the United Nations, but you'll never believe nothing else ever again.
Like, now you mess up a lot of money. Now you go to now you
question everything.
You about NASA
because you got to exactly. Because you got to think about what
billions of dollars off it.
You got to think about everything under the United Nations.
See that makes sense. That's a good argument.
So now you got to be like, oh well, if that shit, if they lied to us about this,
but
think about it. They lied to us about a lot now. Santa Claus, the Bible, NASA. I mean,
man, don't ruin Santa Claus for me, man. Don't ruin Christmas, dog.
A lot of money off of
dog. Don't do this. I can't handle 2020 and everything that's been going on. Don't ruin freaking Santa Claus and Christmas, man. Don't do it to me. I can't handle too much in 2020.
I'm just saying, like all these holidays changing, they're on different days. The stuff is crazy, man.
It is, man.
How does time zones work? That's what I want to know. Or do time zones not exist?
Some people don't go by them. Like some people don't do daylight savings in the United States. Like some cities, we still on our own time. Look it up.
Huh? Why is it?
Why is time different then?
What do you mean?
So why is it 8 o'clock here and 4 o'clock in California?
Some people don't acknowledge time.
That's just because that's just what we've been embedded for so long.
Right.
Well, but we're accustomed to it because of the light that's in the sky. We'll call it light.
Well, they put it together. That's just like we're accustomed to Christmas the way they put it together. That doesn't mean anything.
That's what I don't know, man. That's kind of.
It's people that don't go by time. Like they don't believe in clocks and watches, and they just go by when they go to sleep when they want to. They wake up and
here's another question. Why is it? So you have to fact check me to make sure the country I'm about to say is correct, or the continent. Why is it that
Arizona, Hawaii, Puerto Rico?
Why is it that they
don't do daylight saving time?
It is dark for like 26 days, or why does it spend majority of its time in the dark? If the sun rotates around a flat Earth, right, and it's on its axis,
I guarantee wherever that place is either close up by the first pole or it's down by the other ice wall. It ain't in the middle.
Hey, but George, you can ask yourself that same question if the Earth was round and it's spinning around the sun.
No, that's easy. That's easy because at the very top.
But you ask yourself the same question about a round Earth spinning around the sun.
In a round Earth, I can answer it. The Earth is tilted slightly, right? And where Antarctica is, it sees the least amount of light on how it rotates, and because of its angle, it's justified. It only sees daylight X amount of times a year, because as the sun rotates and as the Earth rotates and tilts, it sees sun X amount of lights a year. On a flat surface, right, flat globe surface, it would see the sun at some point or another consistently then. For X amount of days. So for how many days it doesn't see it, it'd see it for those many days consistent, because then it's a speed of the light that's up there spinning around. It would spend the same amount of time it does in Tampa as it does in somewhere. Now, the light may not be as strong, back to Peterson's point, because it's furthest away. It's the furthest away, but you still
exactly
see the light.
You told me exactly what they told us in school. What you explained to me is exactly what they explained to me in school in science. I mean, you didn't tell me anything different than what they told us in school.
But that goes. This goes my question. But this goes my question. What?
The difference is they full of shit out there. That's why they don't let anyone live there. And so with 6 months of darkness,
who would want to live there?
All the BS that they want to do. The same reason someone lives in Alaska. But if it's 6 months of darkness, you can do all the BS you want to do, and no one sees it.
But if the sun's so big, how you get 6 months of darkness?
Exactly, and we're spinning around
the Earth is tilted.
If it was flat, how did we not have 6 months of darkness?
Right.
Does it until?
Does it until?
Oh.
But wait a minute. If it's flat though, you wouldn't have 6 months of darkness, right?
Right.
So how do you?
If it's globe,
now, hold on.
And I asked you, look, hold on. I asked you earlier, well, then what does people see when you see the sun and the moon at the same time? Maybe that's what they see. That 6 months of darkness shit. I don't know.
No.
If the sun's so massive, why is anybody getting darkness?
No, the government just doesn't make the sun go over there during them 6 months. That's all.
Because we got the hidden operation. We got hidden operations.
They switch it off.
Oh no, they can the way it won't go.
They just click it on and off.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me they can make all these hurricanes come tell what they want to tell? You never see a hurricane come tell the White House. You never see the hurricane go tell goddamn Area 51 in no Valley. Nothing ends up over there. You never see any goddamn hurricanes tearing up nothing that's irrelevant to anything. So answer this question. You mean to tell me they can't control where the sun and the moon go?
No. Well, how would they be able to control the sun and the moon?
They got you too, Raul.
No, man. No, I'm just saying like that. I hear what you're saying, and it does good points. I don't have the answers. That's why I wanted to talk to you about it. But I don't have the answers. But I don't find it. How can I put this in there, man? Like it'd be hard to believe that the Earth was flat, and that they control the sun and they control the moon. Now, the only thing that got me thinking was what Cum Laude said was, well, when you can see the sun and the moon at the same time, what is everybody else looking at? Which is a good question that I'm gonna have to go find and research and bring up later on to on the post. But those are the questions I want to know as well. Like that's a good point.
I got another question to add on to that right there, Raul.
Yeah.
Right on a round Earth, right?
Right.
So the sun and the moon are on different sides of this round Earth, correct? Based in the solar system, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They travel at different speeds.
Oh no, I get that. Based on the theory, it's one is on one side, the other one's on the other. So back to what P said. How is it, if that's true and we're on this round Earth and they're on different sides, how is it possible for somebody to see them at the same time?
That's a good question.
So as I was starting to say before, they're at different speeds. So at some point, just like you are in a race, you got two kids running around a circle in a race, one's faster than the other. At one point, one kid's going to catch the other one,
and then pass.
And now you're going to see them both at the same time, at the same point. So the Earth and the sun and the moon don't travel at the same speed. So at some point or another, the Earth is going to be caught up. The sun and the moon are going to catch up with each other.
But then is it night and day at the same time somewhere?
I think that's why they call it the stars lined up.
No, but that happens a lot. It ain't like that's just some random shit that happen like every 30 years or every 75 years. That shit happen all the time.
Well, whenever you have a lunar,
still see the moon up there.
Whenever you have a lunar eclipse, right? That's technically that's when the moon and the sun align together at the same distance.
Nah, you can't say distance because the sun way further, right?
No. Say as far as they're that close together to each other.
It can't
One
be.
covers the other up.
They can't be. Remember that y'all say it's far because we got like Mercury, Venus, all that. The sun way over there on the other end of that, all that shit. The moon close to us, so they can't be the same distance. But that's another thing. This little ass moon can block out that big ass sun completely.
Yeah, I can put my thumb in the sky. I can put my thumb in the sky and cover up the sun from my view.
Yeah, you can. So what about when the sun in front of the moon? When we can't see the moon?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're bringing up good points. I need to get prepared for.
Nah, what about when the sun is in front of the moon?
Well, let me ask you. Let me ask you this.
That never happens. The sun is never in front of the moon.
You sure?
Yes, because the moon is closer to the sun.
You ever look up in the sky sometimes and see clouds behind the sun? I've seen that shit before.
That's no. No, that's perception.
Google a picture.
Yes.
Google a picture. Google a picture. Google a picture.
What I do have for you is this. You know the Japanese have a satellite that takes a picture of the Earth every 10 minutes. Did you know that?
Take a picture. Nah, I didn't know that.
What part of Earth?
It's 22,000 miles away from Earth, and every 10 minutes it takes a picture of the Earth in space.
In space.
In
Yeah,
space.
I don't believe that. Why can't we see the picture?
You can go to the website.
Where?
You can go to the website and look at it.
Where website?
What was it called? I'm gonna have to look it up here right quick.
JapaneseSpyOnUs.com.
Japanese satellite from 22,000 miles away. Kumlada, you on a computer right now. I see you Googling something.
Yeah, just chill.
Yeah, I want to find this.
Let me see Japanese picture. Images. Okay.
What?
Yeah, the pic look that bad, huh? You don't even want to tell us
say
about
that it's a
it. You don't
flat
even want to
picture.
tell us about it.
No, it's not. It's not that it's bad. Let me take a look.
You don't even want to tell us about it.
No, it's not that, man. I just don't know which one. I don't want to put something up here and then you like that's fake, Raul. I'm trying to
regardless.
You're gonna
say it regardless.
I'm trying
it's gonna be fake regardless. So
Regardless.
it don't matter.
Did you see the live that they showed us that I tagged you in on Facebook?
Yeah, I saw it.
That was horrible.
So let me see here. This is this is all right. I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna share the screen. Here it goes. Damn it! I don't even know why I did this. Wait, let me see where it goes. Hold on. All right, here we go. So this is the picture that they're showing. Every 10 minutes, it's so far away. It's the satellite, whatever. It's making fragments. So according to the website, it's taking multiple pictures and putting it together all at the same time so we can see it back here on Earth. Does that make sense?
So
it literally says it's downloading 1.5 terabyte of information in order to make a picture for us to see it. Does that say anything? No?
That says a lot of BS.
That's why I didn't want to bring up this fucking picture.
I got one question.
Uh-huh.
So when you Google like picture of the Earth, all the pictures that come up, right?
Right.
Damn that each and every one of them got like a different color, a different hue.
Yeah.
All that. So like the Earth changed colors. We got chameleon Earth.
No, it ain't got chameleon Earth, but
I'm just saying.
that's like me taking a picture with an iPhone rather than a Samsung.
Yeah,
it could be different type of lenses.
The quality gonna be different.
Right.
The colors, bro, it's like we got whole different. Similar. It's different blues, bro. Like whole different everything.
Maybe that's what's in the atmosphere.
So you've been to the beach. We've all been to the beach before. Why is the water clear in some areas and some areas is not?
I can understand that, but if I take a picture from way the fuck back, it don't matter if it's clear or not. Like
it will absolutely.
Nah.
Yeah, it'll be different types of blues and greens and browns. Clear.
You mean tell me the color of the ocean change?
In different spots, yeah.
Absolutely.
You said the beach. Cool. That's by the shore. Yeah, that shit can change all day. That solid blue body of water ain't changing colors, bro. Like, ain't nothing that's gonna make it change colors. Like, how and why? Seaweed, cool, yeah, in some areas, but that whole big body of blue water ain't changing. That's like saying the sky gonna change colors too. That sky gonna stay the same color.
Why is the sky blue?
The reflection of the ocean. You know that, right?
Hold on. Time out. Hold on. Time out. Y'all just made a great point. You just said you're right. Y'all are absolutely right.
Why is the sky blue?
That goes back to my point when I said there's a glass wall up there, and you have that ocean down there, and the reflection up there is blue.
Blue.
Hey.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Hey, he just changed the game with that one, Bo.
Thanks, guys. I told you.
I've been said that.
Because if space is black, like, I mean,
How is it blue?
how the sky blue? Like, real talk.
Because you can't see past. You can't see past it. That's all.
I've been said that, but why is it blue though?
What you mean?
It doesn't matter if you can't see past it. Why is it blue?
Let's go.
Why is the sky blue, bro? Like,
Shit, they walked. Damn it, we walked right into that one. We walked right into that fucking one, George. Damn, that's a good goddamn. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to Google that.
I said that earlier.
You did. That's actually a good one. Way to bring that back around there, Ramon. That's actually a good one.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Y'all believe what people tell you. I just look at what I see.
Right.
That's all I'm looking at is what I see. Forget what a book says. Forget what anything. What do I see?
Right.
And just like P said, if you got the solar systems up there and it's dark, why is it blue? That doesn't make any sense to me. But the fact that we're in this dome and we see blue and it's a reflection of the water, now that makes sense to me.
Right.
And I agree with that to an extent. We are in a dome because we have an atmosphere, right? That's why we
That's
travel.
Circular.
Right, that's circular. That's round.
So it light bounces off.
And as you travel up into those ships goes up, that rocket ship goes up.
Look at Kumladi.
It gets black for a reason because you're going to outer space.
Look at Kumladi's face. He's got something.
wait 1 second.
No one is going out of space.
Let's talk about this atmosphere right
We
quick,
can talk about the
let's
landing
talk
of the
about
moon missions later. We can talk about this.
Nah, ain't on that. Let's talk about this atmosphere though, right?
Let's talk about it.
What is it composed of? Gases and all that. Do gases abide by gravity?
Not when it's
Gas
in the
is air,
atmosphere.
right? Gas is air. Just like a cloud. Well, what about a cloud?
Do they
Clouds are
abide
generated by the
gravity?
cloud machine.
They float.
They
get made
Float
by
on water?
so they
Don't you float on water?
They float perfectly around.
It's a cloud machine and
They don't
Yes.
just drift off and gases.
No, because it's gravity's pulling it back down.
It's pulling it down. So why it ain't down here with us?
Because the down here wouldn't exist.
Because fog is clouds down here with us. It fogs a lot. So why don't we see fog more often, or why don't the clouds get higher sometimes? Why they always at the same level?
I should have made you guys submit your questions. I should have made these guys submit their questions earlier.
Not much.
So why isn't when you go to Denver and you go into mountains, you can see the clouds when you're in Denver, the higher elevation.
Correct.
Right. So, but in the flat Earth,
That's my point. Clouds are still in the same spot.
In the flat Earth, then how does the plane not hit
Keep going. You prove
a mountain? In the flat Earth, how does a plane not hit a mountain?
Because it goes above it. What do you mean?
it goes above it. Are you serious?
Oh, that goes up.
That was not a
That
serious.
goes up. That's the only thing.
That's the only thing that goes up.
How high?
Wait a minute.
How high can a plane go then? Before it breaks through the flat Earth.
I mean, what?
Hey, I can tell you.
Why would it break through flat Earth? It has longitude and latitude.
Right, you tripping.
It's been before, so it's not.
I can tell you. I can tell you how high it doesn't go. It doesn't go high enough to see it doesn't go high enough to see a curve anywhere.
That it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Show me a picture.
A plane?
Show me a picture. They show somebody in like a fighter jet went high as they could.
All right, here, I'm gonna go Google.
It was super flat. So
It's because that's the horizon that you can see.
Hey,
That's
Pete,
it.
was that the
but
same
they,
dude who
they,
ran
they're
into?
way up there.
Is that the same dude who crashed into something and didn't know what he crashed into?
Hey, I don't
So let me ask you. So here's a question. Here's a
hold
question. So
on,
let's say you get on a medicine ball, a big medicine ball, and you start running on a medicine ball, right? And you're on top of the medicine ball and you keep running. It's always going to look flat to you.
What do you mean?
You keep running on a medicine ball, right? It's a big old round ball. You keep running on it, right? And if you're looking on the ground, while let's say Kumani is on the medicine ball running, and I'm on the floor sitting there watching Kumani do this workout, and I'm looking at the medicine ball, I'm only going to see that flat surface. I'm never going to see what's on the other side of that medicine ball until it, just like a log, right? When you're running on a log and the log's spinning.
Come on, man.
It's always flat.
Kumlati, look. Here's a plane. Here's a plane. Here's almost out of space. Look, this is a curvature.
It's a fake picture. It's a fake
picture.
picture.
Definitely a fake picture.
What?
Oh, look at the
You
picture.
don't believe in Alaska Airlines?
Bro.
But what is round though?
What do you mean? Look at the curvature right here. This is starting to become curved.
That's not a curvature.
Man,
What?
Hey, Google some better pictures, some real pictures, bro.
This ain't good enough? Hold on. Let me get
No,
this
that's
out.
not good enough.
Let me get this
First
out.
off, a plane
about
don't get
this?
Oh,
That's fake.
Come on,
That's
man.
fake.
This
Look
is
at the
fake?
picture, bro.
That's
Look
fake.
how blurry that is, bro.
Blur-
Who took the picture? Who took the picture?
Bro, another plane. I
Who
don't know.
took the plane
Bro.
don't even look real.
Bro.
Look at it, bro. Come
Bro,
on, dog.
it's you can't
trolling,
have
man.
people. Man, what you mean? It's to soar. That's why the wings are like this.
Who took the picture?
What you mean? Another
Satellite.
A satellite
another
took that.
plane
Come
that's
on,
up
man.
there?
Get out of here.
So this ain't
Get
good
outta
enough.
here,
This ain't
man.
good enough. Okay.
No.
Let me get
Go
this-
Google a real picture, man.
Let me get this out of here. Hold on. I'm Googling. Look at all these pictures, though. Look. Here's
What
another
did you
one.
Google? What did you put in?
Planes in the atmosphere. That's
Man.
all I put. That's all I put. And look how many pictures have shown up here. Planes in the atmosphere.
Who's taking these? Look how flat that is. That
Where?
one you
What about
just
this one?
passed.
What about that one right there?
Look,
This
look
one?
how flat it is.
Which one?
Come
This
on,
one?
Mo.
Which one? This one?
What plane can fly that high? What is that?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's plenty of planes that can do that.
Is that NASA?
It doesn't have to be
Wait.
natural. It doesn't have to be. We're not talking about Southwest Airlines. We're talking about
No, go.
trying
keep
to
going.
get. Look at this. What is this?
Fake. Look at that, man.
That's a UT. That's a U2 spy plane.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Right.
So that's not good enough. Okay, so what's another one? I'm trying to find. Look, wow, this isn't flat to me. Here's why.
If that's not flat, I don't know what to tell you.
That doesn't even look. That,
That
it
definitely
probably
looks
goes right.
flat.
Oh no, bro. That's from what we can see right here, but the distance. I don't know. That doesn't look like it, man. There's a lot of these pictures, man. I don't know what you. I don't know how much I got to do for you, Kamadi. This is. They're planes in the atmosphere out here. Look how high these things are. But again, you won't go believe it because it goes back to what we talked about an hour ago with
Man,
Ramon.
look
Was
at-
he said he wasn't going to sit there and he can't believe it until there's a camera from the space shuttle going all the way up.
Yeah, you gotta show me.
Right. All right. Well, I appreciate your guys' time, man. I mean, we ran to about an hour and 20 minutes talking about this right now. I see we're all passionate about it.
3.
Yeah, this can easily go to another 3 hours, easily. But I appreciate you guys. Cum laude, man. Let's tell the people and everybody, you're still doing wide receiver training, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell them your company, your business, where they can find you at.
Cum laude wide receiver training. I'm on Facebook at Cum laude wide receiver training. KUMLAWDI.
Got you.
And on Instagram, just Cum laude.
Cum laude. I'm telling you right now, if anybody's listening, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, the greatest wide receiver training you're ever going to get. I'll tell you right now. I'm being
Appreciate that,
serious,
sir.
man, because I saw it
It's the
firsthand.
truth.
I seen it
appreciate
firsthand,
it,
and I'm gonna give Kumadi, I'm gonna give you some other props here, man. Thank you for not taking the Jefferson High School job
Oh man.
because then I will be able to coach over there. if it wasn't for you being able, I know you got your things going on and stuff, but I wouldn't have got my shot if I didn't get to go behind you. But everything I'm teaching them out there is the same things I've seen from you.
Kumari won't tell you
Appreciate it, man.
how soon I started talking to him before you and I ever became a conversation. Talked to that dude for a solid 6 months trying to get him to come over.
So I appreciate
sir.
you, man. I appreciate you. And
problem.
And
Ramon,
where are you coaching now?
I'm at Lake Gibson High School in
Lake
Lakeland.
Gibson High School, man. So how you guys looking for the year?
Man,
You
listen,
excited?
we trying to get a ring, bro.
yeah.
I just realized that I don't have any senior wide receivers.
Wow.
That's a
So-
good feeling.
That's good.
Yeah.
Great
good
thing.
feeling.
I got
Great thing.
I got 3 sophomores and 3 Debbie juniors this year and a sophomore. It's my starting guys, and they went 11-1 last year, so
Nice.
they legit, man.
What classification you guys in?
6A.
6A? Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all big boy football.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, hopefully something good happen within the next 2 years. We better get us a ring, or at least.
Yeah, I'm in the same
Yeah.
boat. I'm in the same boat. Otherwise, I get fired.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I get fired too. So I appreciate you, Ramon. Appreciate you, man. You still looking for 10U players in the Tampa area to come to the Tampa Jags or what?
Yeah. I'm looking for any lineman that's over 150 pounds.
Got you.
Oh, yeah.
In the Tampa area. Hurry up. I got you.
That's a big boy.
That's a big boy.
That's a big boy at 10, boy.
Right. So I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I appreciate everybody listening up.
Man.
Hey, man, we got to chop it up again. The next time, it won't have to be about Earth. We'll talk about some sports or something, all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate you
Appreciate
guys.
you guys jumping on, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.